This is the process shot. I'm Michael, I'm stuck in a movie theater, and I've got a review of the underground documentary The Goddess Bunny, directed by Nick Bougas and released in 1994. It follows the titular goddess, a nightclub entertainer, and her exploits throughout the underground LGBT scene of Los Angeles and Hollywood. She talks at length about her life and struggles, from her birth and being stricken with polio, to her brushes with mainstream fame, and her greater acceptance in the underground. We're also given a look at the scene itself, including those who worked with Goddess Bunny, as well as those she feuded with. Being shot on video, the whole film exudes a sense of grunge and grit, rather uncommon for a movie set in and around Hollywood. But this works out well because it feels like a relic plucked directly from the community it follows. Like its subjects, the Goddess Bunny exudes a do-it-yourself ambition with a punk aesthetic, caring little, if at all, about being clean, and being more focused on being a record of history and preserving a story. It doesn't matter that at points you can barely hear or see somebody who's talking, or if the film decides to insert a long clip from something seemingly unrelated to the underground. What matters is that it happened, and the filmmakers seek to make sure that it's saved. As for what it is that's worth saving, it's the whole LGBT scene. While the film is primarily centered around Goddess Bunny, it also works as a window into decades ago, operating as a time capsule of the late 80s and early 90s and of the underground scene. It's not entirely comprehensive, since it's focused on Goddess Bunny and her circle of friends and rivals, but their experiences are still able to showcase their world and those within it. It would have been nice if they were able to look at the scene as a whole, but then again, the film does have the tendency to lose focus at times, so it's probably for the best that it doesn't stray too far. Overall, The Goddess Bunny is an unusual film about unusual people. It's a product of its time and of its scene, and for that alone, it's worth seeing. I won't say at all that it's perfect, of course, as there are still a good number of points where it takes a left turn to focus on something else. But in the end, I can look at this and acknowledge that, for what it is, it's a documentary made by people who probably knew that nobody else would tell their story, or at least in the way they felt that it should have been told. The Goddess Bunny. Nick Bougas, 1994. 3 stars. Again, I think it's worth seeking out, though it won't be for everybody. That's the end of this review. Like this video if you liked it, comment if you want, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews. I wonder how the projector here works, if it's able to play VHS tapes.